Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our webinar on IB schools in Denmark. My name is Regina Fulop, and I'm a coordinator at Yourway Education Spain. And I would like to welcome our guests here today, Britta Brandt from Global Knowledge. Global Knowledge is our Danish partner in the program, and her colleague Zanne from also Global Knowledge. Welcome, Zanne. And we also have two students here who are doing their second year in an IB school in Denmark. Amaya, welcome, and Lily, hi. Great. So before we jump into it, I just like to make a comment, a technical comment actually. For the audience, you see that there's a chat box where you can place your questions. So if you have any questions during the presentations, just feel free to put them there. And at the end of the webinar, we are going to dedicate a couple of minutes to answer the questions. And if there's no time, we can answer them later on. So don't worry, just feel free to put your questions down there. Thank you. To start off, I would like to say a couple of words about Yourway Education. So Yourway Education is a family-owned and family-operated company group, and we focus on the long-term results of the students. At the heart of our business are the students, actually. So we like to take good care of our students. It's very important to us. We are an international company with an international team, which gives us the benefits of economies of scale in knowledge and innovation. So we can offer you higher quality for lower prices in our programs. We also identify ourselves as independent consultants and agents who work only with the best in class in schools and partners, such as Global Knowlex in Denmark. Britta will talk about the company a little bit later on. And we are specialized in high school programs. We offer programs in more than 20 countries, both in private and public schools, with accommodation in boarding schools and host families. And apart from the national curriculums, we also offer the international IB curriculum, which we are going to talk about today. So as I mentioned, we are an international company. We have offices across Europe, namely in Spain, Portugal, and Hungary. And we also have operations in Brazil and Angola outside of Europe. And in terms of our numbers, we have approximately 85 to 100 students per year in 5 different nationalities, from 5 different nationalities. We offer 15 to 20 countries of destination each year, and we have several programs under one country as well. And 20 to 25% of our students are enrolled in IB diploma programs, mainly in Denmark, which is our topic today, but we also have students in the USA and in the UK. And turning to the IB diploma in Denmark, I just summarized the three main reasons why this program is very popular and very sought after among our programs. First of all, it's because of the country, Denmark, which is famous for its social values, also famous for its safety. So it offers a very safe and stable solution for the families. Amaya and Lily can talk about this later on. It's also attractive for students because it offers the possibility to live in boarding schools with local and international students. And this gives the opportunity for students to extend their network internationally, which is usually very a good point for students, very sought after as well. And finally, the price. This program has a very affordable price and actually has the best return on investment among our programs. In this program, we are partnered with Global Knowlex, as I mentioned. They are our local Danish partner, and we divide our services between the two of us. So it means that Yourway Education provides services for the families in their home countries, namely, as you see the flags here, Spain, Portugal, and Hungary. While Global Knowlex provides the services to students during the program in Denmark. As I said, Britta will talk about this later on in the next presentation. And last but not least, I wanted to show you how to start the application for this program. First of all, please consult with us. You will find our contact details on the website, but also you can send direct messages through the website, which is yourwayeducation.es or PT or HU, depending on which country you're in. As a second step, we usually set up a meeting between Yourway and the students and the parents. And this is where we get to know each other. It's a very important part of our journey together. We would like to know the ideas of the family, the goals and expectations. As a third step, we organize an interview between Global Knowlex and the students with the participation of the parents and Yourway Education. This meeting, this interview focuses on the student's profile, the school and the subject preferences, or any kind of preferences the students have during the program. So that's the, in a nutshell, summary of all the info that I wanted to share with you about the company Yourway Education. And now I'm going to give the floor to Britta, who is going to talk about the IB schools and the services of Global Knowlex in the program.
Thank you very much, Regina. It was a nice presentation of Yourway and of Global Knowledge. Do you see the presentation?
No.
No. Det er lidt mærkeligt, fordi at jeg har den.
Can you start the presentation, Britta?
Yeah. Can you start? I cannot do it.
Er det mig?
Yeah. Yes. Now I have it. Okay. Thank you again, Regina, for the nice introduction. I'm happy to be a partner with Yourway. We have doing our partnership for a couple of years now. A short introduction about myself. I've been working with international students for more than 15 years, most of the time in organizations working with exchange programs. And at a certain level, I figured out that it's not only students who live in host families, but also students living on boarding schools who have a need to have some additional support outside the program. And this is where our program is mainly based on. It's on the support outside the school. Our schools are really good in doing education. In general, I would say our boarding schools are good in supporting students, but there are still a few extra things that we can offer because we are like an additional company with individual ideas and experience on how to support students in different ways. Anyway, today I would like to present our program, Explore Denmark, with support from Global Knowledge, also called Support to Explore Denmark. I will speak shortly about student life in Denmark, because this is a bit different than in most other countries. Which schools we work with, and in the end, a short introduction to our services. And Lily and Maya will afterwards also say a few words about your experiences. You have both been here now for working on your second year in IB, so you are well experienced at this moment about studying and living in Denmark. To be a student in Denmark, yes, as I said, it's a bit different from what most of you are probably used to. The style and the communication with your teachers, you will find, is very informal. Here, you know the name of your teachers, you know how many children he has, what is his wife doing for work. We are very... we don't mind to share our private details with students and with each other. The level is very low hierarchy, I could say. And this is a general way of living in Denmark, that the hierarchy is very low between people. And this is probably also one of the reasons why our education system is so... it's cheap. It's a total part of our welfare system. Your homework in a Danish context is very much connected with your exams. Lily and Amaya can probably confirm that you don't have a lot of exams here. You don't have weekly tests. It's more based on your daily work in the classrooms. You have to do your assignments. You have to find your assignments online. They are not automatically given on the board. It's your own responsibility to check up in the school's intra-system to see what books should you read for next time, what assignments should you write. It's also connected with your absence. You are measured on that you participate in the classroom, that you participate in group work, in class discussions, and also that you are showing up for the class, and it will be registered if you are not showing up, and it will also be registered and counted as a part of your absence if you are behind with handing in assignments. So in that way, it's a very independent system. It's a very adult system where you are responsible for your own learning, as we like to say in a Danish way. And we are not, the schools are not reaching out to partners like Global Knowledge. They are also not reaching out to your partners, to your parents. They will call you for a talk with the school's study counselor or principal if they see that you are not following the expectations made from the schools. In a Danish school context, you do not have a lot of social activities after school. You will not have, like, if you want to play football, badminton, go to a ballet or a dance class, whatever. It's most likely it's organized outside the school. We have a very rich choice of associations with different partners where you can sign in, and it's mainly made in clubs, but not clubs connected to the schools. And if there are clubs, some schools, especially on the IB schools, we see a rising number of school clubs, but these are always organized by the students themselves. So because of this, we cannot really say what will be a club in this school next year, because it depends on if there is any students there from the second IB or from first IB or from the Danish STX classes who are interested in organizing it. So that is always a bit of a guess, but this is how it is. So if you expect that you will have to do, for example, football classes, it's better to mention that in our talk, and then I will check up on the offers from the associations around the school if there is a good football club offer for you. And then again, on the interactions with the teachers, students speak with each other across classes. And also for school parties, I think Amaya and Lily can confirm that teachers participate in school parties, and beer, for example, are allowed to buy and often is sold from the teachers for these parties. So that's a point to know about, that this is how it is in a Danish context. To speak a little bit about the schools in Denmark, there is not that much difference between our schools because all schools are like public schools. We don't have many private schools in Denmark because, first of all, schools in general, the educational level is good. We have well-educated teachers in the schools. So there is not really a competition need to organize private schools. The IB schools that we work with, they are in Denmark, there are totally 14 schools. We work with the schools shown on this map. They are placed in different areas, and some of it would look like that they are very far from Copenhagen, and that's correct. I don't know. Can you see my sign here? Copenhagen is here and Aarhus is here. So it's the biggest town. But the reason why we have these schools is actually because of a need from local companies who have a need of international labor. So these areas are industry areas where they have a lot of bigger companies and who demand to have schools for the international staff's children. So that's why they are placed where they are. To say shortly a few words about each school, I can say about number one, IKAST, and it's also here where we are located from a global knowledge site in the central part of Denmark. It's a sports area. Here, they have a general strong focus on sport for students to offer classes and education for students who want to combine their high school and other educational directions, even from primary school to sport. In the area, there is also a lot of industry for green energy and for textile production and for farming and for growing production out of farming, like slaughteries and flour production. Number two, in Struer, they have a strong focus on tourism and also farming. And also here, if you know Bang & Olufsen, the sound company, they are located here. So here is also a lot of engineers attracted to this area. In number three, Viborg, it's one of the oldest towns in Denmark. Actually, Viborg Katedralskole, where is the IB school, is the oldest high school in Denmark. And if I remember correct, it's the first was founded in around 1200. It's really, really old school for teaching. Number four, Grenaa is also, it's close to Aarhus. And then it's one of the biggest IB boarding schools that we have in the country. I think Amaya, she's studying in Grenaa and will tell shortly about how to live there. Number 5, Sønderborg, where Lily is living, is close to the German border. It's a small, it's not that small town, but it's a town close to the sea and a very beautiful area. It's special in this way that it's not located on a classical high school, but at a business school. Number 6 in Nyborg is close to Copenhagen, and then it's there's a lot of industry for steel production and for farming and for tourism. They have a big choice of different electives. Almost everything can be found here, and the same goes for number 7, Struer in Holbæk, Stenhus in Holbæk, where actually Sanne is living. They also have a big choice of different electives. Unfortunately, their choice of boarding school or their offer for boarding schools are very limited, and they are one of the most expensive schools to live in. The boarding schools in general, we are working with this 7 schools because they have boarding schools, and that's a strong focus to us, as we don't offer programs in host families at this moment. In Denmark, we have a welfare system that says that everybody should be able to study. Because of this, there's also given financial support for most of the schools, not number 1, Ikast, and number 7, Stenhus, but the other schools. We can give some financial support from the Danish government to give quite cheap prices on the boarding if parents' salary, the total salary between the parents, are less than 65,000 euros per year. And in general, to live at a high school with a boarding school is quite free and relaxed life. There are adult supervision, but the rules differ a little bit. But in general, I would say there are not that much curfews. There are not that much rules. There might be a rule that you should be home at 11 o'clock. And some schools say you have to tell when you are not, if you will not be there for dinner, you will have to inform. You will have to inform if you are going out for a weekend. But in principle, you could say it's the same expectation as living at home with your parents. It's not like you are looked in the neck all the time. They are also expecting you to be young adults and to explain and to reach out if you need help for something. And just shortly, how to get admitted about the school, as we are working with Danish schools. So the Danish students have priority for the study places. The same goes for international families, the expats who are living here for their children. And I guess it's a fair deal that these families have priority as they are paying the taxes here. Then second priority for the students for admissions are like if your parents are expats and living abroad, working in USA or in Spain or wherever. And if their children want to go back to Denmark to study at a high school, then they will have priority for the places. So the last places are giving to the international students without relations. And that's really here where we can help you, because the number of places are pretty limited and the schools are interested to give the places to someone who have a contact person for the school. to support them if you get sick or if you have other problems of any kind. So that's really here where one of our big roles are played as a partner to this admission. To speak shortly about our own services, first of all, we are very supportive about helping you to find out which high school is the right choice for you. We like to get to know you. We like to know what are your plans for the future. Would you have like a specific university that you would like to go to in the future? In that case, we might have to check out which school gives the best electives for you, that they have exactly the electives that you will need for your future studies. Then we offer an online platform where you can find most basic information, and that goes for parents and for students about living in Denmark. How does our healthcare system work? How does our transportation system work? How do you receive a residence permit? All this kind of practical thing we have been writing a lot of articles about that are just available for you. Then we offer you access and part in the student community. Very soon we will open it up to be online, not only on Facebook, but as a part in a group inside our website to keep our shared information more safe. And then we offer administrative support for residence permit. We not only show you a guide, we book a time at registration center CA, where you have to go to hand in your documents. We help you to register your Danish ID number, and we have a digital system so that you also have to get confirmed. We help you with all the paperwork till you are absolutely finished. And then we also from next year, we will do some parent support, where we, parallel with the support that Yourway offer, also give you some newsletters informing you about the situation, how it is exactly to be a student in Denmark in October. Then you have, of course, or November, depending on the month, of course. And then we have, of course, emergency number that you can call, or you can email us also during weekends to get help and advice how to handle situations that just can wait for Monday. And that is our basic. Of course, we do also network meetings, arrival camps, and events for the students to meet across the country. Yeah. Yes, I think that's my words. My time is probably already gone. So if Lily or Admire, you would continue with yours, you are free to take over.
I can go first if you like. So basically, I'm Amaya, and I'm Spanish and also English, and I go to Reino Gymnasium. And what I'd like to say is I'm going to talk about the boarding school, the school, and also the location. So basically, the boarding school is really nice because it's really big, and we have multiple campuses, but all of them are like maximum 5 minutes from the actual school. So you never have to like take a bus or a train or anything. And it's really big, which means we have a lot of people that you can be friends with. And making friends here is very easy. So like, it's really nice. And then also we have loads of nationalities, mainly people like, we have a lot of Italians, for example. Also this year we have a lot of Hungarians, we have Spanish people, we have Latvians, Estonians, we have Brazilians, we have Mexicans. So like anyone you could imagine, it's very diverse. The school Danish teachers, as we've talked about, are very nice and very open to anything. We don't have like this system of superiority with them. So the classes have a different dynamic than in Spain, for example. And in our school, you can basically choose most subjects. Like we even have music, for example, which I think is really nice. And electives, we have a lot of clubs. For example, we have MUN, which is to debate. We also have a debate club. You can do horse riding. You can do volleyball. You can do badminton. You can do basketball. You can do handball. Because also, if you do handball in Denmark, handball is very important. So it's a very good country to do handball. And then we have a big swimming pool and also a gym if you like to go to the gym. Then the location itself is really good because, I mean, Reno, we have a city center and we have a lot of shops. We have various supermarkets. We have Lidl, we have Aldi, we have Netto. So like you have basically anything. And if you want to explore more, we have Aarhus, which is a very big city in Denmark, just like an hour away. And we go on the weekends and the city is beautiful. Like now that it's Christmas, it's with Christmas lights everywhere. So it really is a good school. And basically coming to Denmark, what it did for me is like expand my panorama, let's say. And like now I feel like I've become more mature and you make a lot of contacts because then the people you meet here spread around the world. So you're going to have a lot of good contacts in different unis and it's always really good. And yeah, basically if you want to come to Reno and you want to know more about my school, you can also go to the website and they have a video and also a lot of like ambassadors if you want to talk to an IB student. And also in Yourway Education's website, you also have more information about it. So I recommend you going to the website. And yeah, basically it. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, I turned off my microphone. So thank you, Amaya, for sharing some words about Greno. You did really well. If I was your age, I was definitely going to apply for Greno because it sounds really nice to stay there. And Lily, would you like to share some of your experience, not only about living in studying in Sønderborg, but also more about your experience in general?
Sure. I have some pictures. Yeah. So actually, hi, I'm Lily, and I live in Sønderborg, which is right next to the board, as Britta mentioned before. The funny thing that actually today I was choosing my graduation hat, which is unbelievable for me because I came here 1.5 years ago. I came here last August, so yeah. And so there is the first picture, which is the original graduation hat, but we can decorate it and we can choose other colors or other symbols on it. And we were doing it today. And yeah, so I'm not really, I won't really talk about my city and how the IB works, but I will talk about my experience, like generally in Denmark since I'm here. And what I can say that I chose Britta's like additional program in Yourway. And I didn't regret it at all because I had so many memories and so many programs that I did with Britta and the other students here in Denmark. I mean, Yourway students and Britta students, so everyone. For example, Britta took us to a traditional Danish truck. I don't even know how we say it in English because Britta was always saying it to me in Danish, but I cannot repeat it. But yeah, it's like really traditional Danish thing that they have every year, and the trucks are racing basically. I've never experienced something like this before, and it was really fun.
Tractor pulling.
Yes, that one. And on the second picture, basically you can see my best friend here in Denmark, who was my old roommate back in the dorms, because now I don't live in the dorms anymore. I live in a student apartment. But yeah, she's my best friend since I'm here, and I bought a paddle board, and we were just I think it was last January, maybe. It was really cold, but we tried to not fall into the water. And we have many parties. Of course, sometimes it's up to 18 if we are going to clubs, but there are many school parties and like concerts in the town or in the city. And there is one picture with my friends. We're having fun. And yeah, there is another picture with actually this is half of my class on the picture. And what I can say, which was really, really weird for me when I came here, that everyone is like so connected here. Like we are from really, really different countries, traditions, but we just find a way somehow. And I can I don't know, I'm friends with everyone from my class, and we have, I mean, since it's IB, we don't really have like class. We have just a bunch of people on the same level, and we have 56 students, I believe, and we are all friends. So we have many days, or for example on Friday, when we just go out together. Of course, who wants to join, we just we have a Snapchat group chat, and we just okay, who wanna join, who wanna come, and then we just meet somewhere, either to go out and eat or go to a party, or just someone invites many people. So we have a really strong connection with my class, and I think it's not just my class, it's generally in Denmark, every class. And yeah, on the second picture, you can see that I had an accident. I had this electric scooter, like the roller thing, when you just stand on and you can go. And I slipped with it, and it was basically middle of the night, so it was around 10, 11 in the night. And it was, I think I was in Denmark for my second month or something like this, so I didn't even have my CPR card, just the primary one, because I didn't receive my original one, and I had no idea what to do. And then I called Britta, and basically Britta made everything for me. She called the hospital. She said that I don't have to worry, just call a taxi, or she can also come to me, but she lives in Ika. So I was no, it's not that big. I just fall and I scratched my face. It looks terrible, but it wasn't that bad, of course. So I didn't want Britta to come, but Britta was on the phone the whole way since I left from it was till I was living in the dorm. So since I left the dorm till the hospital, she was on the phone, and she tried to calm me down. And then I arrived in the hospital, and of course, not everyone could speak English. So I was okay, I have a Britta, can you talk with her? And Britta was just talking with everyone. And I don't know what would I have done without Britta in that moment, because of course, Yourway was at home, so they couldn't really help me. This is why we have Britta here in Denmark, because she's the one we basically have to call, because it's more contact. She knows the Danish system. So this is what I can say, that without Britta, I don't know where I would be, in the hospital still, maybe. And so on the third picture, it's also a sad thing. You can see basically someone is stealing my scooter on the picture. It was I was at work because I have a small student work here, what I'm doing after school, some days on the week. And someone stole this scooter, what I had the accident before, from my work. So, and it turned out, of course, it was not a Danish person, because here in Denmark, stealing is really not a thing. But in my city, since it's close to Germany, some people coming from Germany, and we have more international city, because we have a big university also here. So there are a lot of not Danish people here, but I didn't really have anything more bad experience other than the stolen scooter. But here comes Britta again, because of course I had to report it on the police station, and I had no idea how to do that because I don't know. I've never had anything with the police before, so I was again calling Rita. Hey Rita, there is again a situation. So she helped me again, and we reported the stolen scooter. And the police was always updating me if they found the scooter or a bike or something. If I had to go and like check if it's mine, but sadly my scooter didn't come back to me. But I think it can happen in any country, especially in Hungary.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I have to interrupt you because time is running pretty fast. But
okay.
Thanks a lot for all your good words and sharing experience, and also sharing experience with our cooperation. So I give the word back to Regina, so that you can put up questions or anything. So I give the word back to Regina, so that you can put up questions or anything.
Thank you, Britta. Sorry, I was just asking the audience if you have any questions. Please write down your questions now. And thank you for all the speakers for participating in and sharing your experiences. One question I have while we are waiting for you for the questions from the audience to Britta is that how you see the students' development. You've been working with in this field for a long time, and you are with the students for 2-3 years, depending on their studies. So how do you see their development during these years?
Thank you for asking about this very interesting question, Regina. I have to warn the parents because they send out young sons and daughters, young girls and boys, and home will return young, independent adults. I really see that this experience to live on your own abroad makes people grow in a really nice way, that your personality grow, your understanding about themselves is getting much stronger. So it's like taking 2, 3, 5 years of personal development in just 1 or 2 years. It's really exciting to see and to follow.
Thank you. So let's see if there's anything. I don't see any questions here, so I think we can just finish the webinar for now. Thank you all so much again. Also, I thank the participants, the attendees that participated in the webinar. You will find this video later on our YouTube channel. And well, goodbye to everyone. Good night. And I hope to speak to you and see you next time. Bye.
Thank you very much, Gina.